Today, we are going to solve a mystery that I think a lot of us deal with. It's super frustrating. Why, after a full night's sleep, do you still wake up feeling completely wiped out? Let's get into it. I mean, we've all been there, right? You do everything you're supposed to do. You get those magical 8 hours. But then the alarm goes off, and you honestly feel like you've barely slept at all. Well, the good news is you're not just imagining it. There are some very real reasons for this, and we're going to investigate them together. Okay, let's dive right in. Our investigation is going to start with the first and probably the most common suspect, good old mental fatigue. This is where the real problem usually begins. Think about it this way. Your body is kind of like a phone that's been plugged in all night. Its battery is at 100%, ready to go. But your mind, the phone's processor, it's been running all these complex apps all night long. So it's overheated, it's lagging, even though the physical power is totally there. And it's this nonstop mental work that's the real issue. Overthinking, stress, anxiety, these aren't just passive states. They're super active processes that force your brain to keep running a marathon, even when you're supposed to be asleep. Your brain is just churning, problem-solving, worrying, burning up energy when it should be recharging. So let's move on to our second suspect, which kind of builds on this whole idea, because even if your mind feels calm, the type of sleep you're actually getting is absolutely crucial. And it turns out, not all sleep is created equal, not by a long shot. You see, the whole point of sleep isn't just to be unconscious for a while. The real goal is to get that deep, restorative rest. This is the phase where all the magic happens. Your brain cleans out toxins, organizes your memories, and really, truly recharges. If you're missing this part, you're kind of missing the entire point of sleeping. And this really shows that classic battle, doesn't it? Quantity versus quality. Getting 8 hours of fragmented, poor rest, waking up a bunch, going to bed at crazy different times, it's like trying to fill a bucket with a leaky hose. Sure, you're putting in the time, but you're not getting the results. A shorter amount of uninterrupted, deep rest is so much more valuable. All right, our third culprit is a very modern problem. It's one that, let's be honest, pretty much all of us are dealing with every single day. Let's talk about dopamine overload. Now, this is a really sneaky kind of exhaustion. It's not like physical exercise where you can feel your muscles getting sore. This mental drain from constant stimulation, it just creeps up on you. You don't even realize your brain's fuel tank is hitting empty until it's way too late. So here's the cycle. We spend our day scrolling through an endless feed of these short, super stimulating videos or posts. Every time we see something new, our brain gets this tiny little hit of dopamine. But when we demand that over and over and over again, it just completely overworks the brain's reward system. And that leads directly to burnout and that feeling of just being tired all the time. Okay, let's move to our final and maybe the most profound culprit in this whole mystery. This one goes way beyond just stress or scrolling. It gets into something much deeper: emotional exhaustion. I just want to let that sink in for a second. There is a massive difference between being physically tired and being emotionally drained. One of those can be fixed with a quick nap. The other, well, it just feels so much heavier, almost like a weight on your soul. Dealing with unresolved stuff, frustration, sadness, resentment, it's like running a really powerful piece of software in the background of your mind. It just silently eats up an enormous amount of your energy, all day and all night, leaving very little for anything else. So after looking at all the evidence, we've kind of reached a verdict in our mystery. All the clues really point in one direction. And while yeah, physical issues can definitely cause fatigue, that stubborn, persistent exhaustion that a full night's sleep can't fix, it's often not a problem with your body's battery. It's a problem with your mind's processor. And that, right there, is the key takeaway. The next time you wake up feeling that familiar exhaustion, just pause for a second. Ask yourself this really simple but powerful question. Is my body tired or is my mind drained? Because the answer to that won't just solve the mystery, it's going to point you toward the real solution.